King Charles III is dead. In my Crusader Kings 3 game, where I'm trying to take a Charles from being Prince of Wales to the King of England. And we haven't done it yet. Can his successor or successors do any better? The story continues. Cancer. A stranger inside. There's a thing inside me which is not me. It's way through my flesh. Okay. So I do know more than what's necessary. It's probably the right move because me knowing the illness, it's probably not going to help. Feather in her hands look almost ethereal. Tickling. So basically, she just reduced disease symptoms. Fine. Huge boost. I'm not quite sure I understand that, but fine. I mean, they're just going to de-siege this. Why are you going away? Being raided up here, so I'm just going to go deal with them. The finer points of diplomacy. Today, my grandson Charles was taught a lesson in vassal management. It was quite a complicated course. Necessary, but perhaps a bit beyond Charles's grasp. Subjects only ever wish me well. I will trust my subjects indiscriminately so that we can build a realm together. Sweet, gullible child. Trust can be dangerous, so he's trusting. Which means he might fall to some hostile schemes. Could be forgiving. Which gives diplomacy and learning, but removes the intrigue. Or he could be patient, which just gives learning. And hostile scheme resistance. Till death do us part. So my wife has died. And I'm happy about it, apparently, because she's my rival. I mean, only because she bit out on me. So, I don't know what I would be getting married for here, because probably not going to have any children. He says he's fine, but he's only going to be fine for like 5 years. And he's not going to have any children. Is my son one-legged, disfigured, possessed? Oh dear. Is he like one of my knights? Is that what's happened to him? Yeah, maybe I'll forbid that. Just because it's already going to cause me enough of a problem. Right, well maybe I do want someone who can pick out an emergency baby. Don't know. We go to summable skills. Okay. So spindly. Probably not the best. This genius here. Brave, just, shy. And Welsh. And Prince Harry's antiquarian. It's fine, let's go with it. It's only a couple of years. So, capture the raid loot. I don't know if it's worth going there. That may force them to stop having their army all the way down here. Yeah, so, but they've now moved back here. And they're about to get stomped, aren't they? Another death. Another King Charles. Right, so King Charles IV of Wales rests in the arms of the Lord, 57 years of age, dies of cancer. Although quite famous for his sharp intellect, he still could not outsmart death. King Charles ascends the throne. King Charles V, we should remind you. A formidable duelist, many expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike, except he's been, like, heavily maimed and stuff. A daughter? When you say a daughter, you're talking... Yes, Charles. But we have been naming the children so far. Okay, fine. So, a second daughter... Then we go Liz. And we have to work out what is King Charles V like, apart from being disfigured and one-legged and possessed. You know, all those good things. His sons didn't finish his guardianship, so he needs education. Who's going to be good to educate him? He's already got those qualities, he just needs to be molded into something. What is his education focus? So either diplomacy or intrigue, but not stewardship. Right, okay, fine. So someone who's got diplomacy or intrigue, my wife and queen. Yeah, I guess that'll do. But as well, like, who else is... You still have a guardian, fine. And you? Yes, you're missing one. You're either going to be stewardship or marshal. So maybe we push you down the marshal route. Because I think we had a decent... Yeah, commander. And then my daughter, Liz, who is a genius. Wow. Sure. I'll deal with Liz. And as well, I don't know if there's another one hanging about, my cousin. Come on then. Send that proposal in. New Archbishop. Yes, okay. So, if we are... Well, we have a learning education. So they've gone down that tree. And they've gone down the pious route. Interesting choice. Devotion, impact, tyranny gain, and theologian. Well, I suppose we're probably good to complete the tree and then we'll choose after that. But yes, okay, fine. We do need to choose one of these. So we can either have the health boost, and I think we could do with the health boost. Maybe he doesn't need it just yet, but in which case we'll go for development growth and learning. And other things I mentioned Well, I don't need to use that because I'm not using stewardship lives. Why can't I use this? Must be a child to equip as inventory artifact. Right. And my council is now mixed up. So, as for a steward, you look like a good steward. Congratulations. Spy Master. Well, I would like to put him in, but I guess you'll have to do. In fact, everyone hates me. Maybe that was a mistake. Have I got a sway on? No. Well, we know who we're swaying first then. This could be a very short run. And fine, you can be the Chancellor. Keep the vassals happy. There's already a dangerous faction. I may need to give some people some money to make them happier. So this person, I mean, he's already mostly happy. We'll see if that declines a little bit. Start wars. I don't want to start wars. But we do need a court physician. So, even though they're not very good at it, because no one is, they don't like me. We'll start with the bishop, maybe, or my wife. Why does my wife not like me? It's not very nice. Cultural acceptance. Galician. Personal diplomacy. Vengeful, which is a sin. Disfigured, one-legged. Right. Because I have all these slightly odd traits about me, no one's going to like me. Oh dear. Except the bishop. The bishop likes me. Congratulations, bishop. And we need one of these. Right, ignore all the rest. Except for maybe fixing the control. I mean, I'm taking over their capital. They don't seem to care. So I've captured the sun as well, which is important. But the war score from held objectives, like he needs to hold this if he wants to win. I can come and help. It's going to take me a while to get there. I just stand still. Fine. Let's right this wrong. Stone of glass. As I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me, I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insist on writing such small symbols? I squint and try again. Yeah. A weak hook. I need one of these stones. So it's a stone of glass, so magnifying glass of some kind. So I can either pay for it, I can have a weak hook, or I can sell everything which is impossible to read. No, I think we will just pay for it. Run away. staring at stars. From all my evening watching stars, I have seen with my own eyes what I have only heard of before. Stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times, but seemingly in large groups, depending on which celestial sphere they belong to. Indeed, with the right calculations, one could even predict their movement. Archbishop does not approve, of course. Leave the skies be. The celestial realm is for the clergy to know. So, what insight in the heavens will give me stewardship and learning, which is good, I suppose. Or I can have an earthly focus, which gives me more piety, and this guy will like me a bit more. That's fine, it's only 10. But this is bad. Let them die. We are missing a counselor. What happened? So I should put some, one of my stronger vassals in, but none of them are good enough. So why would I do that? They also don't like me. So maybe I'll put this person in. I feel like he should give up this war. Don't siege my place. Anyway, a new available perk. So we're just going to finish off this tree, because why not? That dangerous faction is still being built up, so maybe we give him an artifact. 1 opinion. Fine. Send him a normal gift. 11 opinion. Why is it so low? 150 gold for 11 opinion. What's all that about? 33. It's not really enough. Right. I'll continue to think about what I'm doing with that. Probably find alliances to handle it. But for now, I'm giving up on this war. They just... I mean, I could probably have taken that stack with their help, but they don't seem to be intent on actually being helpful. Come on, they're at 100%. They're going to give up now. So, Charles, my cousin, is callous, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But it's not terrible. Right, defeat. Which is what we're expecting. He's paid some money. And we share... prestige, right. Fervent Feaster. Many months have passed since the lords and ladies of the realm gathered for a feast. We benefit you, not to mention those among us who appreciate a good feast. Yes, I definitely. I will promise that a feast will be hosted soon, and then I will host one immediately. Because that will improve everyone's opinion of me, hopefully. Welcome, friends. Troubled uncle. Pleading gaze I received from my uncle Harry, Prince Harry, is taking on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching the corner he has hid in all evening, and the walls are hindering his escape. Poor man has never been good with people. distract the converging guests. Yeah. Every guest. I mean, he's powerful. But how do you know who is a guest at this party? Don't know. Well, we'll just do that for him. A promise is a promise. Slaps me back and says, "I mean it," he exclaims. "I'll do anything you ask me, anything at all. Ask me and it's done. I can smell the alcohol, but the promise has been noted by every guest present. So I can have a weak hook, or I can have dirty opinion. But he already likes me, so maybe I'll just take the weak hook." As my guest apart, my wife Trudilde to thank for much of its success. Every guest gains 20 opinion. 10 years. A child comes of age. So, my son, Charles, potentially King Charles VI, come of age. And he is an intricate web weaver. A genius, just, zealous, patient intricate web weaver. Cool. And he needs a wife, and a good one. Now, not necessarily for an alliance, but this is the main bloodline, so we want to include as many positive features as possible. That will not help with fertility. Can't have chaste. Shy, sadistic. That's intelligent. Generous, sadistic, fickle. Not the best. Was there anything better near the top? So spindly, which may be unlucky if we get that. But ambitious, deceitful, diligent. I mean, diligent's okay. Ambitious is good. Deceitful is kind of sinful, but let's try it. In a good mood. Wow, that's good. And now he likes me even more. No. Could you do something else? Yes. You could do this role. But maybe not just yet. How's the rebellion going? He clearly doesn't like me because he is a title claimant. Is he? Impatient, ambitious. I've only had a short reign. Yeah, I suppose I need to keep the reign going a bit longer. Personal diplomacy and vengeful. Yeah. I don't know how to fix that. I guess I can just sway you. Cool. Visions of the Divine. I beckon my Archbishop to join me in the circle of brass orbs and candles arranged in staves throughout the dark room, the incense cloying the air to ward off the bad vapors, makes our eyes tear up in little time. This is how through the corner of our eyes we will spot the inscrutable forms of angels. However, Dristan soon takes pause. This feels wrong. These are divine beings, not meant for mortal eyes to see. So I can convince him based on learning, which you'd think I have pretty decent learning, but obviously he is a priest, so he's pretty good as well. You can leave, but one way or another I will know, and then he'll just lose. May lead down a path of cynicism or zealousness, which I am wrathful, vengeful. I don't know if I could become. Anyway, let's try and make him help me. Persuaded. Excellent. So yeah, the current situation is not that good because no one likes me. So I kind of just need to sway people where possible. But nothing's happening right now. Well, there's another guy here. Again, not really got the skills to be put into council, that's the problem. But culture has discovered moats, which is good, I guess. Been trying for other things. You're always there for me, and I hope you know that I am grateful. My cousin Charles approaches me in a rare display of honesty. A weak hook? Or some opinion? I guess I will go with the... I mean, his opinion doesn't really count for much at the moment. Fine, weak hook. Maybe when his opinion counts for something, then we can go for that. Well, how are we doing? Our journey from Charles, the Prince of Wales, to King of England, maybe not making as much progress as desired. So, next perk then. Sure. Another feast. Apparently I promised something. Rumors abound of the oath I swore. I guess I owe him a favor then. Military strategies, which he is deeply interested in. I don't want to form a rivalry, so let's talk about you. That's what I want to talk about. But I lose stress. Kick this up to speed 5, and then something happens. A new translation. More than anything, my quest to be a learned man is teaching me how I do not yet know. How much I do not yet know. Right. What more, there must be so much knowledge that has been lost to the ages as books fall apart or languages are forgotten. Perhaps I could contribute by making a new translation of one of the classic works. Although, what would I even translate? You gain translating a book, which provides learning and maybe leads to a perk. Find myself working on the translation of the treatises of Hippocrates. For hours under the flickering light of a candle, often I will barely notice time passing. My scribe remind me, however. My scribes. My lord, it must be past midnight by now. It's not time to rest. Is it not? So, yes, sleep it off. Translation quality will improve. Or it will be concluded faster. Yes, we will all sleep. The Dark Cave. One of the children at court had taken the wooden warrior, or younger girl, thrown it into a cave. He went into a fit of rage, so he could be wrathful, or brave, or stubborn. Let's make him... brave is better than... Well, stubborn is okay. Stubborn has the health boost. Which are you? It doesn't really matter, so... Let's go with health boost, shall we? Yes, we're writing this book. Translation is coming along, but one section in the version I'm copying from gives me pause. My scribes insist that the words on the page mean, as we hold 2 feet, and spirits rising edges of hunter. That cannot be right, can it? No, because that doesn't really sound like a sentence. So we hold 2 feet, and spirits rising edges of hunter. I can come up with something more fitting. So 87% I improve the text. 12% remains unchanged. We translate the text exactly as written. We'll improve slightly, but zealousness. And I can choose this because my learning still... Oh, the meaning is obvious, let me handle this. So I just improve significantly. So I could go with this route and get more prestige, but it just makes sense to go this one then. A new translation, right. Having the notes from my translation read back to me when, my lord, please forgive me, but did you fall asleep? Heavens above, this classic is a piece of absolute drivel. Nevertheless, I will force myself through it. Yeah, some stress could be done. I lose gold, but it will improve only slightly, or I need a break. And it will remain unchanged. I think we can take some stress. I mean, we may need to go on a hunt. That's me. Lots of gold to burn. An excellent translation. My translation finally stands complete. My words rest on beautifully illuminated pages, all protected by a lavish cover that befits the work's importance. The tome has taken pride of place in my library, and every priest who reads it, mightily impressed by my efforts. Some are already speaking of making copies of their own. Accomplished translator for 10 years. Clergy opinion is improved, and I get my point. It'd be good if I got the book as well. And with that, we can become the theologian. So lots of piety. What I was looking for was the realm, not realm, the duchy. Yeah, so maybe I should build the duchy building. What do we want the duchy building to be? Tax office would increase holding taxes, but the royal reserves increases tax and then development growth. But we need the thing which I am trying to get the Welsh to have. How far away is that? 21 months expected. 52% chance to gain 0.5% every month. Fair enough. So I wonder. I mean, I thought my guy was not very popular. He still isn't. Am I swaying anyone? I am. Who am I swaying? Prince William, who has a hook on me now. Well, I guess I need that to be done. This is the sway right here. Typical that I want to go work it out and it appears and I haven't read it. Anyway, so to make him more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him, I can include a compliment in my next missive to his court. Mention his... What is he? He is an elusive shadow who's greedy. So, is he forgiving? Ambitious, impatient. Assertive presence. Except an elusive shadow shouldn't have an assertive presence. So, Torture as well. Torturers can't really be forgiving. Relentless courage. Well, we'll go with that one. I probably shouldn't have bothered. Cannot help but think we might both benefit from increased communication. Okay. I got it right. That's good. He has become my spy master. Is this with the hook that he had? Feudal contract gained, council rights guaranteed. Right, but I should be able to choose which place on the council. Or you get to choose. Okay, fine. At least you chose something decent. But I have 3 important vassals who do not appreciate being on the sidelines. Maybe I could make you the marshal. And make then you the chancellor. Spy master. Where's chancellor? Yes, that one. So at least someone will be slightly happier with me. Another perk. Right, so now we need to decide which of these learning lifestyle trees we're going down. Does my guy, King Charles V, does he need a health boost? It says fine. I mean, we are possessed, which only has a moderate penalty. But depending on how long I want to live. So, language, cultural fascination, because I am in the head of my culture. Fascination plus 47%. No, that's just the fact that it is. Yes. The fact that I have 25 learning is good. So I could go down scientific and get extra learning levels. Or Councilor's primary skills added to your own. That's pretty powerful. Claim interaction, and then you can become a scholar. Development growth is good. We like development growth. So yes, it's a case of, do I want to live for a long time and know when I'm going to die? Maybe that would be better to do that tree first and then come to the scientific one. So let's go down this tree then. Oh. Unpause it. So we can declare wars. I'm still a bit not too sure. Next time the sway goes through, we'll change it up. Because people don't really love me, and I'll try and make this guy like me a bit more. Or I should focus on the people who are starting to do things, like Prince Harry. Clearly doesn't like us. I mean, he wants a place on the council, and he actually has decent stewardship. He didn't before, but it would require moving this guy to something else. And this Prince William has forced himself onto the council, so we're kind of stuck with him there. Right. Interests in Wessex. Interesting. I mean, that's close by. If we look at the faiths map, it's fine. I don't need to turn into interests, but if they spread and change this holy site to not be Catholic, then that could be a bit of a problem. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, and if you think you would enjoy more, then please subscribe, or even join me live on Twitch. Whilst it's cliche, all of these will help the channel. On screen is something carefully curated, or something the YouTube algorithm suggests, or maybe even both. In any case, have a great day.